The silent language of pain. What your best friend can't say with words. Every dog owner knows that our four-legged friends are true warriors. They face their days with contagious joy and unconditional love that makes us question whether we really deserve so much. But there is a dark side to this story that few know about. Dogs are masters at hiding their pain. Have you ever stopped to think that, at this very moment, your faithful companion may be suffering in silence? What you will discover in the following lines can completely change the way you see your dog's behavior. They are subtle signs, almost imperceptible to the untrained eye, but that can make the difference between a full life and moments of anguish for your pet. Get ready for a revealing journey that will transform you into a true detector of canine pain signals. Every minute spent reading this can mean years more quality of life for your best friend. The change in look that few notice. Do you know that special sparkle in your dog's eyes? The one that makes your heart melt every time he looks at you. Well, the first clue that something is wrong is right there, in that look that captivates us so much. When a dog is in pain, his eyes may become duller, without the characteristic sparkle that we love so much. But that's not all. You may notice a subtle contraction around his eyes, as if he were constantly frowning. Veterinarians call this a pain expression, a sign that many owners confuse with simple tiredness or old age. The mystery of altered breathing. Imagine that you are watching your dog sleeping peacefully. Suddenly, you notice something different in his breathing. This is one of the most subtle and, at the same time, most important signs when we talk about pain in dogs. The breathing of a dog in pain may become more shallow, sometimes panting, even without physical exercise or heat. In some cases, you may notice small pauses in breathing or an irregular pattern. It is as if your friend is constantly trying to find a comfortable position to breathe. Changes in appetite that no one told you. My dog is eating normally, so everything is fine. This is one of the biggest myths when it comes to pain in dogs. The truth is that changes in appetite can be much more complex than simply stopping eating. Some dogs in pain may start eating more slowly. Others may show interest in food but hesitate when approaching the bowl. There are even those who change their eating preferences overnight. These are signs that seem insignificant, but they tell an important story about your pet's well-being. Social behavior as a thermometer. This is a fascinating and little discussed aspect. Dogs in pain often change their social behavior in surprising ways. The dog that was always the life of the party at family gatherings may start to subtly isolate himself. Watch to see if your dog is avoiding interactions that he used to love, if he is more reluctant to play with other pets, or if he seems less interested in the social activities that used to be his favorite. This change can be so gradual that many owners only notice it when the situation is quite advanced. The body language that screams for help. Did you know that your dog has a secret code of postures that reveal exactly how he is feeling? It is like a treasure map that few know how to decipher, but that can make all the difference in identifying pain. When a dog is suffering, his posture can change drastically. The tail, normally expressive and happy, can be lowered or completely tucked between the legs, even in moments that should be of joy. The body can become more tense, as if it is always on alert. Some dogs may adopt the so-called prayer position, with the chest on the floor and the rear raised, a position that relieves pressure on the abdomen and can indicate pain in that region. The sleep that tells a story is one of the most intriguing and often ignored signs. Changes in your dog's sleep pattern can be a silent cry for help. A dog in pain can show drastic changes in his sleeping habits. You may notice that he is sleeping more than usual, a natural mechanism of the body to promote healing. Or, on the contrary, he may be restless, having difficulty finding a comfortable position to sleep. Some dogs may even start sleeping in unusual places in the house, seeking cooler or softer surfaces that can alleviate their discomfort. The sounds of silence. Not all pain is silent. In fact, your dog may be trying to tell you something through sounds that you have not yet learned to interpret. In addition to the obvious whimpers, there are more subtle audible signs that can indicate discomfort. Small grunts when standing up or lying down, frequent sighs, or even an increase in the frequency of licking a certain part of the body can be indicative of pain. Some dogs may begin to grind their teeth during sleep, a sign that many mistake for dreams, but which can be related to physical discomfort. Mobility that has changed. This is a sign that many owners mistakenly attribute only to old age. Changes in your dog's mobility can be a clear indication of pain. Regardless of age, watch for your dog hesitating before going up or downstairs, avoiding jumping on the couch or bed, as before walking more slowly during walks, showing difficulty getting up after resting, limping subtly. Even if only for brief moments, these changes can appear gradually, and many owners end up getting used to them, considering them normal. But they are not. Each of these changes could be a cry for help from your best friend. Revealing personality changes. This is possibly one of the most painful signs for us as owners, seeing our dog changing his or her behavioral essence. A dog that was always docile may become more irritable. That tireless, playful dog may start to refuse his or her favorite games. It is crucial to understand that these personality changes are rarely bad breeding or stubbornness. In fact, they may be a defense mechanism for your pet to avoid further pain or discomfort. When a dog starts to growl when touched in certain areas, for example, he or she is not being aggressive, he or she is trying to communicate that the touch hurts him or her. Hygiene habits that have changed. This last sign may surprise many owners. Changes in your dog's hygiene habits can be an important indicator of pain that often goes unnoticed. A dog that was always impeccable in his or her habits may start to add accidents around the house. This may not be due to disobedience, but because pain makes it difficult to maintain the posture necessary to relieve themselves. Some may begin to lick excessively at certain parts of their body, not out of allergies or boredom, but as an attempt at natural self-medication. Conclusion: the power is in your hands now that you know these 10 crucial signs. You are armed with knowledge that few pet owners possess. But knowledge without action is like a recipe without ingredients. It produces no results. What can you do from now on? Start a diary of your pet's observation. Note changes, even those that seem insignificant. Have regular checkups with your veterinarian, even if your dog seems fine. Don't wait for several signs to appear before taking action. A single sign may be enough to warrant a professional evaluation. Share this knowledge with other pet owners. You can help save lives. Remember, your dog depends on you to interpret his distress signals. He can't say "I'm in pain" with words, but he is constantly communicating through these signs that we had just explored. Pain doesn't have to be a part of your best friend's life. By paying attention to the right signs and taking quick action, you can ensure that your four-legged companion lives a full, happy, and most importantly, pain-free life. And here's your call to action. Today, take 10 minutes to observe your dog with these new eyes. Look for these signs, write down your observations. If something doesn't seem right, don't hesitate to seek professional help. After all, your best friend would do anything for you. Isn't it only fair that you do the same for him? The difference between a dog suffering in silence and one receiving the right care may simply be the knowledge you now have. Use it wisely.